The campaign season is here, and your vote can make a difference. Comcast brings you the Candidates on Demand right now.
Welcome to Candidates on Demand. I'm Donna Richardson, and my guest this hour is Senator Colin Bonini, candidate for Treasurer of Delaware. Senator, good to have you.
Donna, thank you so much for having me.
Now, Senator, tell me what distinguishes you from the others that are running for the office of Treasurer?
Well, first of all, the office of Treasurer is a very interesting office. A lot of people don't know what it is, and I get asked all the time to say, what's the difference between why you're a senator now, why do you want to be treasurer? Well, the treasurer is sort of the financial watchdog. They oversee pretty much all the money in the state of Delaware, all the payroll, all the accounts receivables, the investments, so it's sort of the money person for the state of Delaware. And in Delaware, I think the big contrast between me and my opponent is he believes in bigger, more expensive, more intrusive government. He thinks that's the way to drive the economy. I think the exact opposite. I think we need to take money out of the government, get it into the private sector to start creating jobs. And in Delaware, we really, government's too big and too expensive. We are the third most expensive government in the entire country, with the exception of Alaska and West Virginia. We spend more per person than anybody, over $8 billion. In a little tiny state of Delaware, it's almost $10,000 a person. Right. So my plan as state treasurer is to sort of be the watchdog on that, try to get some of that money out of the government and into the private sector, and I think we'll get our economy going.
Now, what made you decide that you were going to jump into politics at all?
Oh, well, the joke in our family is that we were all sentenced to a life of community service but didn't commit any crimes. I am one of 7 kids. I'm an identical twin. It's frightening. There's 2 of me. And my twin is a judge. My sister runs a nonprofit agency. The rest of my family is in public service. My parents are professors. So for us, it was sort of a birthright thing to get into public service. And I think, I'm a fiscal conservative, and I think that perspective is a very important perspective in public service and one we don't hear enough. And I think bringing that perspective into the government is a very important thing.
Now, tell me, what will be one of your #1 priorities if you're elected to the office?
Transparency. Absolute transparency. I mean, right now, we spend, like I said, over $8 billion. Most Delawareans have no idea where that money's going. And quite frankly, we waste it. We spend it on things like golf courses and boating marinas. And the #1 employer in the state of Delaware is the state of Delaware. I mean, our government is too expensive. Right. People don't know where the money's going. The bottom line is I want to create a system where you can track every single dollar. Delawareans have a right to know where their money's going. It's your money. It really is. It's the people's money. They have a right to know where that money's going. Once they get a chance to see that, how I say it is accountability follows transparency. So the bottom line is I will be that watchdog that I think Delaware needs and deserves. And I think once if you have a state treasurer who's willing to be that watchdog, I really believe we can change the political culture and start turning the economy around.
Now, how do you plan to balance the needs of the constituents with the realities of our economy right now? Yeah,
well, it's a very good question, and the bottom line is that Delaware's economy is faltering. There's no way to look at it. We have an 8.4% unemployment rate. The real unemployment rate is probably close to 13% when you include people who've already fallen off the rolls. And I would argue that a big part of that problem is that our government is taking too many resources. And the only way to get the economy going is to get the money in the hands of the people who create jobs. And if we can just trim a little bit of our excessive state government, and I think the treasurer can help be the point person on that by pointing out where the money's going and get that money into our small business sector, we can turn this economy around very, very quickly. And Delaware is small enough that just some minor changes, I really think we can charge up our economy quickly.
Now give the viewers one reason why they should vote for you versus your opponent.
Because it's your money. And the one promise I can give people is I will never, ever forget that it's your money, and I know in my heart of hearts that you will spend and invest that money better than I or any other politician, no matter how well-intentioned we are. And if you believe that, hey, it's my money and I'm going to spend that money to help drive their economy, then I would hope people would vote for me. And I would kindly ask for their vote. You should always ask. By the way, please vote for me.
Well, Senator, thank you so much for your time.
Donna, thanks so much for having me.
My pleasure. My guest this hour has been Senator Colin Bonini, candidate for Treasurer of Delaware. And thank you for watching Comcast On Demand. I'm Donna Richardson.